Hello friends, today's GD topic is farm loan waivers. Let's discuss whether farm loan waivers are good or bad. First of all, what is a farm loan waiver? Farm loan waiver means waiving off the agricultural loans of farmers. That means they need not to repay those loans. Farm loan waivers are not new. In the year 1990, the then government waived off farm loans worth rupees 10,000 crores. From then, farm loans were waived off multiple times by many governments, especially before elections. Now, let's analyze the positive side of the farm loan waivers. Often, farmers take loans to invest in crops, and if the crop fails, they will get trapped in the vicious cycle of debt. This is the main reason why some farmers are opting for suicide. Farm loan waivers will bail out the farmers from this cycle of debt and hence prevents farmer suicides. In India, monsoon impact crops. If there is no sufficient rainfall in a particular year, crops will be affected. And hence, it is the government's responsibility to save farmers in such cases. And farm loan waiver schemes encourage farmers to take loans from banks instead of going to local money lenders. Often, local money lenders provide loans at higher interest rates, forcing farmers to pay much more than they take. Many people these days are leaving agriculture because of the agricultural crisis in our country. Farm loan waivers will make them feel safe enough to stay in the agricultural sector. And some people argue that it is the taxpayers' money that is bailing the farmers out, and it's like taking someone's money and giving it to someone else. But of course, one section of society is the bigger and consistent contributor of taxes, but we should not forget the fact that farmers are also paying indirect taxes by buying goods, equipment, etc. These are the points to support farm loan waivers. Now, let's analyze why these are a bad solution. Farm loan waivers are bad politics and bad economy because often these things are announced just before elections to attract farmers to get their votes. And generally, the government do not work much on implementing long-term solutions to the agricultural crisis. This is why this is bad politics. And these farm loan waivers impacts economy in a negative way. It will be a huge burden on economy. And loan waiver schemes impact credit culture. It encourages people to not repay the loans and to wait for the next loan waiver scheme. This results in increasing number of bad loans in banks, and moreover the process of waiving off the loans is also another burden on banks. This may result in banks implementing stricter rules while issuing loans to farmers, which in turn forces farmers to go to local money lenders. As banks will not get loan repayments, issuing of fresh loans will be delayed, and farm loan waivers are deterring farmers to opt for crop insurance. And one more important point is if someone repays the loan and if a loan waiver scheme is announced on the very next day, how will that person feel that this schemes indirectly punishes loan repayers? And those who have money may also take a loan in the hope of another loan waiver scheme. Okay, and the next point is some people compare bad loans of corporate sector with farm loan waivers. People say things like Vijay Mallya is not repaying his loans, then why should farmer repay? But this is not a valid argument because, in general, if any company files bankruptcy, banks will try to recover the amount by liquidation, which means selling off their properties or through other means. And it's not like banks are waiving off the bad loans of companies. So these things should not be compared. So, what needs to be done? Instead of waiving off loans every time, government should work on the root causes of problem. That means improving agricultural sector, improving farmers' income by providing better infrastructure, better technology, better seeds, etc. And in India, there is disguised employment in agriculture sector. That means more number of people are working on a work that can be finished by a less number of workers. To solve this, government need to provide alternate employment opportunities and Many more steps should be taken to lift agricultural sector from crisis. There's a need to implement MS Swaminathan's committee recommendations. Of course, all these things take time. Till then, it is important to provide relief to farmers, and government should invest in improving agriculture sector so that there will be no need of next loan waiver scheme. And another point is often change of governments will result in fresh schemes. Political parties criticize previous government and will implement new schemes. That implementation will take months, and finally when the result is about to come, there will be another elections, change of governments, and hence the change of schemes. This cycle should be avoided, this process. Political parties should cooperate with one another to implement long-term solutions to improve agricultural sector and thereby farmers' lives. That's it about this topic. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. To see the written article, check the description. And which topic should we analyze in the next video? Let us know through the comment section. Thank you for watching.